I stopped eating with people.
When she was a little girl, her jealous stepmother took her to a forbidden shrine hidden inside the evil forest. The woman offered Ziora to dark spirits in exchange for wealth. But before the ritual could finish, villagers interrupted it, and the spirits became angry. Since that day, a terrible curse lived inside Ziora.
No. I will end this curse.
In the ancient village of Umudara, they believed a woman who refused food was either a witch or hiding a terrible secret. But what the villagers were about to discover would leave their entire kingdom drowning in regret. The Curse of Ziora. If only they knew why she never ate in public. Nobody knew the truth about Ziora. Nobody knew why her hands trembled whenever food was shared. Nobody knew why she disappeared into the forest every single night. And nobody knew she was fighting a curse that could turn her into a beast before their very eyes. This is not just a story about a curse. It is a story about love, misunderstanding, sacrifice, and the dangerous things people do when fear controls their hearts. Before this story begins, I want you to like this video, follow and subscribe to Tales by Zara for more emotional African folk tales filled with mystery, love, betrayal, and powerful lessons. And don't forget to comment where you are watching from. I want to see my people from Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, Jamaica, everybody, and share this story with someone. Let us see how far this story can travel. Now, listen carefully. The drums of celebration echoed through Umudara the day Ziora arrived as a bride. Women danced joyfully. Men beat the egu drums until dust rose into the air. Even old grandmothers that normally complained about knee pain suddenly remembered dance steps from 40 years ago. That was how beautiful Ziora looked. She was breathtaking, skin smooth like fresh river clay after rain, eyes soft and mysterious, a smile gentle enough to calm angry spirits. Men admired her quietly, women envied her loudly. Children followed her around the village, calling her the Moon Bride. Even stubborn goats stopped chewing to look at her. Her husband, Ikena, loved her deeply from the very first moment he saw her, and honestly, the man was finished. Anywhere Ziora entered, Ikena's eyes followed immediately, like village generator after light comes back. But after the wedding celebration, the whispers began, because Ziora never ate in public. Whenever food was served during festivals, she smiled politely and claimed she was not hungry. At family gatherings, she only touched water. Even when Ikena's mother prepared special meals for her, Ziora would excuse herself quietly before anyone could watch her eat. At first, people ignored it. Then the rumors started. She thinks she's better than us. She's hiding something. That woman has the eyes of the forest. One woman even said, I have never trusted people that refuse pepper soup. And honestly, in Umudara village, that sounded like serious evidence. Ikena defended her every single time.
My wife is not proud.
My wife is not proud.
She is simply
shy. He would say
shy.
angrily. She is simply shy. But even he began to wonder. One night, during a moonlight festival, roasted yam and pepper soup filled the air with delicious aroma. Fresh palm oil glistened under the firelight. Goat meat roasted over open flames. Everybody laughed loudly while eating together. Everybody except Ziora. She sat silently beside the fire, sweating, breathing heavily, watching everyone chew. Her fingers trembled against her wrapper. Her eyes looked terrified. Then suddenly, she stood up and hurried away into the darkness. The villagers exchanged frightened glances. An old woman whispered softly,
"That is not ordinary behavior.
That is not ordinary behavior." Another woman immediately shifted her food farther away. That same night, Ikenna followed her, quietly, carefully, deep into the forest. The further she walked, the colder the night became. Strange sounds echoed between the trees. The wind moved like whispers through the darkness. Even Ikenna nearly turned back once, because whatever was hiding in that forest was not normal. Then Ikenna froze. Ahead of him, Ziora dropped to her knees beside the body of a dead animal trapped in Hunter's rope. And then she began to eat it raw. Blood covered her hands. Her teeth tore through flesh like a wild creature. Ikenna's entire body trembled with horror. His breathing stopped. His torch nearly fell from his hand. Suddenly, Ziora stopped. Slowly, she turned. The moment she saw him, tears filled her eyes immediately. No. You were not supposed to see this. Ikenna stepped back in fear. Ziora collapsed, crying. I tried to fight it, she sobbed. I swear to the gods, I tried. The wind howled violently through the forest. Then finally, she told him the truth. When she was a little girl, her jealous stepmother took her to a forbidden shrine hidden inside the evil forest. The woman offered Ziora to dark spirits in exchange for wealth. But before the ritual could finish, villagers interrupted it, and the spirits became angry. Since that day, a terrible curse lived inside Ziora. By day, she remained human, but hunger awakened the beast within her, and if anyone ever saw her eating, the curse would fully claim her forever. I have spent my whole life hiding. I stopped eating with people so nobody would see what I become. Ikenna's eyes slowly filled with tears. All this time, while the village mocked her, while people called her proud, while women gossiped about her every market day, she had been suffering alone, quietly, painfully. He slowly walked toward her and embraced her tightly. You are still my wife. Ziora broke down crying in his arms. For the first time in years, someone looked at her with love instead of fear. But evil secrets never stay hidden forever. Crook. Footstep. Footstep. Ziora's breathing stops. The wind grows stronger. Another shadow slowly moves between the trees. Ziora. Ikenna. Somebody is here. Ikenna quickly grabs his torch and turns toward the darkness. Who is there? Then suddenly, a dark silhouette steps out slowly from behind the trees. Unknown to Ikenna, someone else had followed him into the forest that night. His name was Kofi. And trust Kofi, if gossip was a profession, that man for don't become village chairman since. Before the first cock crowed, Kofi had already told almost everybody in Umudara. She is possessed. I saw her with my own eyes. She was eating raw meat inside the forest. Drive her away before she destroys this village. By sunrise, fear had swallowed compassion. Villagers gathered outside Ikena's compound, carrying burning torches. Women spat on the ground as Ziora walked past. Children hid behind their mothers. Fear can make good people behave like strangers. Even Ikena's own mother held his hands and pleaded, "My son, send her away before this curse destroys all of us." But Ikena stood his ground. His voice echoed across the compound. "My wife is not evil. She is a victim." That same evening, the village chief gave his final judgment. Before tomorrow's sunrise, Ziora must leave Umudara forever. Ziora packed her few belongings in silence. Tears rolled gently down her cheeks. "I knew this day would come," she whispered.
No,
Ikena immediately held both her
I
hands.
will end this curse.
"No, I will end this curse." Ziora shook her head. "You don't understand what this curse demands." But Ikena had already made up his mind. Before dawn, he journeyed alone into the sacred forest, searching for the oldest dibia anyone had ever spoken about. The old man listened quietly. He closed his eyes. Then, after a long silence, he finally spoke. "There is only one way." Ikena's heartbeat slowed. The curse was born through betrayal. So only pure, sacrificial love can destroy it. What must I do? The old dibia looked directly into Ikena's eyes. His answer was quiet, but heavier than thunder. One soul must willingly enter the spirit world in her place. Silence filled the shrine. Even the birds stopped singing. Even the wind stood still. Ikena understood immediately what the old man truly meant. But somehow he smiled. A sad, peaceful smile. Because to him, watching Ziora suffer every single day was a pain greater than death itself. That night, heavy rain poured across Umudara. Ikena returned home carrying food he had prepared himself. He placed it gently before Ziora. "Eat." Ziora looked at him in confusion. "You know I cannot." "You can tonight." His voice trembled. "Please." With shaking hands, Ziora reached for the food. At first, nothing happened. Then suddenly, the ground shook. The fire burst upward. Darkness spread across her skin. Painful screams filled the room. Shadow-like spirits surrounded her. Outside, thunder roared across the sky. Without hesitation, Ikena grabbed both her hands tightly. He lifted his face toward the heavens. "I choose her life!" The spirits screamed in anger. Ziora cried desperately, "No! Ikena, stop!" But he refused to let go. Tears streamed down his face. "I would rather die loved than live watching you suffer." A blinding light filled the room. Everything disappeared. Then silence. Complete silence. When Ziora slowly opened her eyes, the curse was gone. Her skin was whole again. The darkness inside her was finally broken. But Ikenna was nowhere to be found. Only his wedding bracelet lay quietly on the floor. The scream that escaped from Ziora that night echoed across the entire village. Even those who mocked her could not hold back their tears. Days later, every evening, Ziora sat quietly beside Ikenna's grave. Nobody mocked her anymore. Nobody feared her anymore. But sadly, understanding came
My wife.
She gently placed a plate of food beside his grave before eating alone. Then through tears, she whispered the same words every evening. If only they knew I was never a monster. Sometimes, people are fighting battles you cannot see. Some carry pain, others carry curses, others simply need someone who will choose understanding instead of fear. So be careful how you judge people, because love begins the moment compassion becomes greater than fear. To every single one of you watching from every beautiful corner of the world, thank you for staying with me till the very end. I appreciate every likes, every comments, every shares. And don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone. You never know who needs this message today. From my heart, thank you for being part of the Tales by Zara family. Mwah. I'll see you in our next emotional African story. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for watching. Please follow us on YouTube, click the link in our bio, and support our growth. We truly appreciate you. Thank you, and God bless you. Amen. God bless every one of Una. We love Una well.